The CEO of Salesforce is under fire once again, just as he issues an apology for his National Guard comments that drew a swift rebuke from elected leaders, Bay Area residents, and even his friends. Well, now the New York Times is revealing that Mark Benioff offered to help President Trump with his mass deportation plan, the news highlighting the close relationship between governments and big tech. Brad Hamilton has more on that relationship and the Benioff backlash.
Yeah, Devin, tonight, Mark Benioff taking to social media to apologize for those earlier comments. And it comes at a new time where new light is being shed on his relationship and his company's relationship with the federal government.
Tech billionaire Mark Benioff out with an apology for comments he made to the New York Times, saying that he would like the National Guard to come in and patrol the city. Now, in the wake of what he calls the largest and most successful Dreamforce in company history, he posted on social, quote, "I do not believe the National Guard is needed to address safety in San Francisco. My earlier comment came from an abundance of caution around the event, and I sincerely apologize for the concern it caused. It's my firm belief that our city makes the most progress when we are all working together in spirit of partnership." Heather Knight, with The Times, broke the original story.
Again and again, he's come across as quite progressive, but in his interview with me, he told me he was never progressive. He was a Republican who later switched to being an independent, and he didn't think that he was ever progressive.
Now, a new controversy for Benioff. Knight writing a news story after a source within Benioff's own company revealed documents to The Times that showed Salesforce pitched federal officials on how they could use AI to hire 10,000 ICE officers. Neither of those reports sat well with longtime civil rights leader Reverend Amos Brown.
Hurt, dismayed, upset.
Who told us Benioff needs to make it clear exactly where he stands.
It was irrational. Didn't make sense. I know he's concerned about his conferees being safe. We're all concerned about safety.
Salesforce is a giant government contractor, joining other tech giants like Google and Microsoft doing business with both Democratic and Republican administrations. Cal Berkeley professor Olaf Groth says it's all part of the tech-Fed relationship.
Isn't the beginning. We're smack in the middle of this type of collaboration. Naturally, because of Mark Benioff's earlier comments, this new development is getting a lot more attention.
But Groth does warn, as artificial intelligence continues to evolve, tech companies need to set clear limits on how their products are being used.
Going above and beyond the call of duty, and certainly beyond or below what the law requires, is not acceptable. And I think at some point that would, if it were to happen, come home to roost.
Salesforce did not deny the Times reporting, pointing out to them that they've worked with the U.S. government under both parties and set clear legal boundaries. But in a city built on progressive ideals, new controversies for Benioff, who many once believed championed those same principles.
Benioff's words obviously carry a lot of weight around here, and his company estimates that he has donated over $1 billion to city causes. Now, as for Dreamforce itself, the mayor here, Daniel Lurie, taking a little bit of a victory lap today, sharing in a press conference that they were able to keep every person safe during this big event.
All right, Brad, thank you very much. Now, Benioff has also lost the support of Ron Conway, one of the most influential venture capitalists and political donors in San Francisco. In emails obtained by the Chronicle, Conway says to Benioff, quote, "It saddens me immensely to say that with your recent comments and failure to understand their impact, I now barely recognize the person I have so long admired." Conway resigned from the board of Salesforce Foundation. A Salesforce spokesperson thanked him for his contributions but did not address his comments directly.